The semifinals of the first ever 12-team college football playoffs are here. We have two fantastic matchups. I can't wait for both of these games, and I'm going to predict both of these games. We're going to start off with the first game. It's on Thursday at 7:30. It's Notre Dame versus Penn State. It's the Orange Bowl, and the Orange Bowl is played in Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. If you're going to this game, you're a lucky motherfucker, because this one's going to be awesome. Look, two teams that, while have played well, can be considered fraudulent. Penn State, during the regular season, pretty much beat nobody. They lost to the two good teams they played to, which is Ohio State and Oregon. To add to that, Penn State's playoff route hasn't been all that difficult. They've played in the first round SMU at home, which they completely dominated. And then the round after that, they played Boise State, which was obviously a harder game, but also they dominated. So I'm not going to sit here and take anything away from Penn State, but it should be noted their path to this point has been type shit fraudulent. Notre Dame also type shit fraudulent. Look, they suffered the worst loss of the college football season amongst all these teams, without a doubt, during the regular season. But after that loss, they have been a powerhouse. Everyone's playing better. The team in general just looks so much better. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, Notre Dame is fraudulent, Notre Dame is fraudulent. But since that moment, they had a good win in Texas A&M week 1, but that doesn't count because that was before the big loss. After that, who have they really played? Not the greatest level of competition. Their biggest wins during the regular season, not including Texas A&M, would be what? Louisville? USC? So-so to say the least, we'll put it like that. They didn't play in a conference championship, and they kicked things off versus Indiana at home. They slapped the shit out of Indiana, beat the dog shit out of them. They played good defense. They ran the ball all over them. Secondly, they ended up playing Georgia in the quarterfinals. Georgia with a backup quarterback, which he played very well, but also at the time, a Georgia team led by Kirby Smart, who apparently, I'm sure he's a good coach and can coach through anything, but I heard, unfortunately, his dad passed away and that his dad suffered a very bad fall. I think it was on New Year's Eve or on January 1st. So that definitely affected him. And I'm sure the game being delayed a day later, was not great for any of them. But at least both teams did not either benefited or were hurt by it. So it's not too bad. In any case, two teams here that are built very similar and have very, very similar styles. Penn State is a monster defense with a fantastic run game. Notre Dame is a monster defense with a fantastic run game. But what's good about both of these teams is that you don't necessarily need to rely on the run to win the game. Even if Penn State's run game gets shut down, you know Drew Aller is going to be able to sling the rock. I know Tyler Warren is an absolute monster. Whenever this guy goes to the NFL, he is going to be a monster tight end. You can see it right now. He can fucking route run. He can block. He can catch. The kid is super talented. And same thing with Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard is a baller, an absolute baller, and he's fucking massive. Massive. Even if the run game is not going with Jeremiah Love, which we saw in that Georgia game, you know that Riley Leonard can still move the ball well. And he can run the ball too. And that's a big advantage for Notre Dame. Coaching-wise, I called both of these coaches fraudulent. James Franklin, I still believe, is type shit fraudulent. He has not beaten a real opponent. If they win this game, they beat a real opponent. But I still think James Franklin struggles in the big moments, and this game will be a great example of it. Marcus Freeman isn't that much better, but I love the way Marcus Freeman talks. Marcus Freeman has this ability to motivate his players, and it clearly shows that his players love the guy and rally around Marcus Freeman. So I would give the edge in coaching to Marcus Freeman. With that being said, I am going with Notre Dame here. I believe Notre Dame is the better team. They will win this game. They will cover the spread. I'm confident enough to be betting it. I'm going to bet on Notre Dame straight up. I don't think I'm going to bet the spread, even though it's a very close game. I'll still bet Notre Dame straight up to win. There's obviously more juice on the money line, but in any case, it's more value to take the money line than the -2 because God forbid it's a 1-point game or some bullshit happens. I believe Notre Dame's defense will be the key in this game. The game itself is going to be a defensive game, low scoring, probably slow running the ball. But Notre Dame, I just feel, has the edge on all sides. Whether it's running, whether it's defending, they are very similar to Penn State, and they will win. They will win. Now, can Penn State win? Abso-fucking-lutely. A perfect game out of Drew Aller, great running by Singleton and all of them. They can easily dominate this game, control the time of possession, but I'm worried about how James Franklin will respond. I don't know if he's capable of coaching this team to the success they need, especially against a very difficult opponent in Notre Dame. Now, if Penn State wins this game, God damn it, all the little boys in the state of Pennsylvania better be careful because there's going to be a Diddy party in that Penn State locker room, or I should call it a Sandusky party in that Penn State locker room. In any case, I do not have enough faith in Penn State to take Penn State, and that is why I am going with Notre Dame to win the game, cover the spread, win the Orange Bowl, and move on to the national championship. Notre Dame, baby, Notre Dame. Next game. This game is taking place on Friday, 7:30 as well. It is the Cotton Bowl where Ohio State takes on the Texas Longhorns. Before I get into my prediction for this game, I'm sure most of you watching know by now how much is at stake for me in this game. I have a lot of money riding on Texas to win the national championship. In my opinion, this game will define who wins the national championship, whoever wins. But I'm letting you guys all know right now, since I saw the comments, and I'm excited to let you know that I will be live streaming this game. This will be my first ever live stream in history. So if you're interested, come in, check it out, hang out. We'll have a good time. I'll be posting a community message later on in the week, letting you guys know that the live stream is going to take place. I'll also schedule it so you guys can see it and pop in. But just so you know, I will be live streaming this game. I'll be giving commentary as the game goes on. We'll watch it together. We'll chop it up. I'll crack some jokes. We're going to have a good time. So make sure to pop in and check it out and show some support because it's my first ever live stream. Hopefully it's not a complete shit show. With this being said, let's go over both teams. Ohio State has had probably the most difficult path to this college football playoff. They suffered a fucking horrible loss to Michigan in the last week of the regular season. They missed out on the Big Ten championship, but they overcame everything in this college football playoff thus far. They are playing with anger and motivation like no other team has. They obliterate Tennessee at home, and they show that they're not frightened by this Michigan loss. And then they go and they play Oregon, the same Oregon team who was undefeated, the same Oregon team who beat the Ohio State team early in the year, and they dog walk them. They take their pants off and do unspeakable things to them. It was an ass beating. In the game that most people were so hyped for was the most boring. I couldn't watch this shit. It was a blowout from the moment it started. Ohio State, without a doubt, has looked like the best team in this college football playoff. And the odds reflect that. They are now the undisputed favorite to win the national championship. And they are a significant favorite in this game. Part of the reason they're significant favorites in this game is the way the Texas season has gone. In the regular season, they've beat everybody except Georgia. But I know a lot of naysayers are saying, oh, they played nobody but Georgia, and that was their only real game. I personally disagree, but I can see why you can say all those other wins Texas had were type shit fraudulent. First round, I should say, they beat Clemson at home pretty easily. Did they play down to their competition? Kind of, yeah. But again, they won by 2 scores. They covered the spread. They did what they had to do. The next game was where I think all the doubt started to cast around Texas. Arizona State was getting pummeled the entirety of the game. Texas had a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter, and they were this close to losing it. I don't have to recap the game again. You guys already know what happened, and if you don't, go watch my recap. I was quite animated. In any case, Texas was resilient, and Texas overcame Arizona State, and they were this close to losing, and the shit was already running down their legs and my legs. Now, am I concerned as somebody that wants/needs Texas to win this natty? Fuck yeah, I'm concerned. They're massive underdogs, and Ohio State has looked impeccable, unstoppable, unbelievable. I'm terrified of the Buckeyes. I am. Fucking Will Howard has looked unbelievable. Jeremiah Smith, unbelievable. Everybody, the fucking running backs for Ohio State have looked unbelievable. I can't express to you enough how good this Ohio State team is. With that being said, I personally feel that there is not enough respect being put on Texas's name. That's how I'm going to put it. Will Texas get blown out in this game? They might. But I believe that Arizona State loss was humbling for them. It was extremely humbling for them. While Ohio State is going into this game with nothing but pure confidence. They beat the dog shit out of their 2 opponents. They think shit is going to be sweet for Texas. Against Texas. That is why, surprise, I'm going with Texas to cover the spread and Texas to win the game. I'm not betting it because I already have more than enough money riding on Texas for all my futures. But in any case, I got Texas. They're not the better team, but they will be more mentally prepared. Ryan Day is fraudulent. Now, Sarkisian is also kind of fraudulent. I'm not a big fan of Sarkisian at all, but fuck it. Sarkisian knows how humbling that loss could have been for ASU, and they managed to overcome it. Ryan Day got humbled once, but will get humbled again. Texas will outplay Ohio State, and they will win the game. The key to Texas winning the game is very simple. A, Quinn Ewers' revenge game. A lot of these Ohio State stars right now were in the same class as Quinn Ewers when he got recruited by Ohio State. He left Ohio State because he couldn't start. Obviously, CJ Stroud was going to start over this guy. It's CJ fucking Stroud. But Quinn Ewers' revenge game will be key. Quinn Ewers knows how important this game could be for his draft stock, even though he might be coming back. But in any case, for any stock, it's huge. Quinn Ewers knows what this game could do for him. Plus, it's a revenge game. 2, Ohio State does struggle against the run. They hopefully will struggle against the run here. Texas will get the ball rolling early, running down their throats, and control the game. My only concern for Texas is falling behind. They cannot fall behind. If they are down by 2 scores, any point in the first half, I'm going to be concerned. If they don't fall behind by 2 scores in the first half, they will win the game. I know I sound like a lunatic. I know shit's going to be probably a blowout. That's why you should watch the live stream, because if they win, I'm going to crash out, and if they lose, I'm going to crash out. So either way, it's going to be a crash out one way or another. But I believe Texas will overcome Ohio State. I've rolled with them all season. I'm going to ride with them today, tomorrow, and until they lose. And I don't think they will. They will win the national championship. And in order to win the national championship, they have to beat Ohio State. Am I terrified? I'm absolutely terrified. I am terrified of Ohio State. But I believe Texas is the better team. Texas will show Ohio State that they are the better team. And Ohio State will think shit is sweet. They're going to be over their heads. And they're going to think Texas is just an easy little beat up to go to the national championship. But it won't be easy. It will not be easy. Texas covers. Texas wins. That is my official predictions for the Cotton Bowl. And also, I forgot to mention, this game is kind of like a home game for Texas. I know it's officially a neutral site, but come on. It's in Dallas, Arlington, Jerry World. It's pretty much a home game for Texas, which is a huge, huge advantage as well. That is why Texas covers, Texas wins. I will be live streaming this game. Make sure to check out the live stream. Those are my official predictions for the college football semifinal. Stay tuned for my recap video coming after the game is over.